is Miguel. I wanna tell you about this topic is very important for you is how to work with an interpreter. It's necessary to know what is the difference between a translator and an interpreter. Translator is when someone is reading a poem, an interview, a essay, a letter, or whatever. In this way, everything is reading. The interpreter is when someone is speaking with another person, with his client. In this way, everything is spoken. There are two ways to interpret the message. This way, these ways are consecutive and simultaneous. Consecutive is when people are speaking and he makes pauses. So this way you can to do the interpretation that message. And simultaneous is when it's so difficult because people are speaking um, in this way to interpret it. It's so for me it's so difficult because people are speaking in you in that moment it's necessary to make the interpretation. For example, people are speaking in Spanish. In that moment, it's necessary to translate that message in English. It's very easy the consecutive way. So because you can't makes pauses. When you are an interpreter, it's necessary. Don't use filler verb because it sounds so terrible. If you are saying no, sí, no, it's not necessary to use filler words. In it's necessary speak slower because in this way you can understand your message. It's not necessary shout because sounds terrible and it's not very convenient to do it. It's necessary taking notes because this way you can resume your message. When you are taking notes, it's very easy your interpretation. Um, so this way you can do so easily your job. um, if you are the client, it's necessary to do presentation, canvas, excel and word. In this way you can send your interpreter your jobs and talking about what is your topic. For example, if my topic is about business, is about factory, is about gastronomy, it's necessary to do a little conversation with your interpreter. If you are an interpreter, it's not necessary to make another job about your job. Your job is only to do the interpretation. It's not necessary to do another job like a Canva, like to carry a backpack you client. It's not necessary to buy food. It's only to do your interpretation about your client. It's when I say it's not necessary to do filler words because it not sounds very well. It's necessary to do only adapt your words. It's not necessary to translate words by words because it's an interpretation literally. It's not necessary to do that because sounds terrible. In this case, you can adapt adapt your message, the client, to adapt the communication. Um, eh, so I wanna tell you, if you are, so, in this case, if you are interpreter, it's necessary to say you can, only I have 30 to 40 minutes to do my job. It's not necessary to do more or extras, because this is not so good job. It's necessary to do your job in a time, because you can't, no must to do, for example, you buy me a soda, a food. No, that is not so correct to do that situation.